So I'm going to try and cover a lot in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to jump to the part of my story where I was right about ready to try something new and join Beachbody. So it was a time where I thought it was going to be my healthiest years. I had just graduated from college, moved into a new place on my own, and then quickly moved in with my now fiance. And I thought, if I can control the food I bring into the house, I'm going to eat healthy all the time, no matter what. And I'll buy a gym membership, and I'll go to the gym all the time. And granted, I did go to the gym probably 5 days a week, and I ran on the treadmill for an hour, did some crunches and lunges, no equipment because I didn't know how to use it. But that quickly became my unhealthiest time. While I was still going to the gym, I was binge eating chronically. I was doing name a fad diet out there, and I've done it. I was a huge yo-yo dieter. I took diet pills, and it left me feeling not fit, unhealthy, insecure, vulnerable, self-conscious, all of that. And so that was when I decided to try TurboFire. I did not get a challenge pack, so I did not try Shakeology. I did not sign up as any coach. I just wanted to know that these programs work and that I didn't need the gym. And this was something so out of my comfort zone. And the fact that it was $80 was, that was a tough pill to swallow, you guys. I was like, that is so expensive. I've never invested, other than diet pills, that much in myself. So 2 weeks in is when I started to feel a difference. Mentally, emotionally, internally, I felt awesome. 4 weeks in is when I started to see a difference. Physically, my legs, my biggest trouble area, were getting leaner. My arms were getting stronger. My abs you could kind of see. And so it was at that point that I realized my life was being changed by Beachbody. I was the type of person where every Friday I would wake up, brush my teeth, and weigh myself. And whatever number that was on the scale would determine how many calories I needed to burn that day, or what type of food I ate that day, or how happy I was going to be that day. And so that fourth Friday of TurboFire, I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I showered, I went to work, and it was 11 a.m., and I was like, oh my God, I didn't weigh myself. And it was the most liberating feeling, not having a number determine how I felt or what I did or how I acted that day. So that was truly the point where I felt like my life was changed by Beachbody. Even though I didn't get Shakeology at the time, I knew that I wanted to now try Shakeology and help specifically women who had unhealthy eating habits or were just not in the right mindset for fitness. So I decided to become a coach, and that was when my life started to change. I do want to say that my first and foremost goal of coaching was to find those women, not that needed a huge weight loss transformation, but that more so needed that mindset change. And I realized very soon after that in Beachbody, you get paid to help people. So I did set income goals for myself. And I want to say, I think it is totally fine to set income goals for yourselves. I think it's sometimes looked down upon, but as long as you realize that income comes from helping others, it's totally fine. It's actually healthy as an entrepreneur to want to earn an income. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the successes I've seen, and then more about the leadership ladder, and then I have 7 tips for you guys on how to grow your income. So before I get into the successes though, I have to say probably more than once the disclaimer that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. It is your hard work, your skills, the skills you learn from your mentor, and above all else, consistency that will determine your income, success, everything in Beachbody. So for my financial success, my first paycheck, you guys, was 5 weeks into the business. It was $153. My goal, my very first income goal, was to earn $150 a month to put towards student loans. I don't know where that number came from, but at the time I was like, 150 is a ton of money that I'm gonna just put towards my student loans, and it's gonna be awesome. So even though I made it 5 weeks in, the fact that it was 1 week, I immediately saw the potential. But guess what happened? The next week, I made 60, and then 80, and then 2 weeks of 0, and then back up. And so it fluctuated heavily, and that was when I knew that I needed to build a team to create more of a stable income. And it wasn't all dependent on my activities, my productivity. I could start to build a team to grow that even more. So fast forward to 1 year, I paid off my credit card debt completely. A year and a half, I paid off 1 of my 5 student loans. and I cut one of the other loans down from 30 years to now 4.5. In a year and 9 months, I matched my full-time income. I was working at General Electric. It was a great job. I got to travel globally. It was awesome. But working with Beachbody and changing lives and hearing thank you from people, I quickly became so much more passionate about this job rather than that job. So it was that same month that I matched my income that I decided now is the point in my life where if I'm going to take any risk, it's right now. And so I decided to coach full time. The next month is when I was a full-time coach and I quit that job. And at 2.5 years, I became a 6-figure earner. And a couple weeks ago was my 3-year anniversary, and I'm still growing and maintaining and building new coaches and all of that. So I think I've seen a lot of success. It's been a journey. I had no clue what was going to happen, but I just took a leap of faith, put all of my belief and hard work into it, and it's paid off financially. So I was looking through my income for the past 3 years in my online office to try and see what was it that made me grow at the rate that I did. And it's funny because when I became a coach, the leadership ladder didn't exist. But when I was reviewing it a couple weeks ago, I learned every time my income grew exponentially, it was because I moved up on the leadership ladder. So I want to quickly cover what those benchmarks are because it's a really great guide for you to grow your income and become more successful. So the first one is Success Club. Hopefully you hear that all the time. In my opinion, if you are a hobby coach, just doing this for fun, hoping to make a little bit of money, Success Club 5 is a great goal for you. So help 3 people each month. But if you want to earn a stable income and grow that and maybe make this your full-time job or just have a solid income, Success Club 10 or helping 5 people each month needs to be your non-negotiable. Every single month, shoot for 5 people. Next is rank. Rank advancements are amazing. Once you're Emerald, you start to earn a team cycle bonus. Once you're Diamond, you start earning more per team cycle bonus. But I have some Diamonds that make $14 a week or $28 a week. So the fact that you are a Diamond does not automatically mean that suddenly you're going to be making $500 a week. So while that is a great goal, keep advancing rank, keep advancing to Star Diamond and pushing there. The next one is weak leg volume. When you work on growing your weak leg, then you'll have more productivity in your team and you'll have the opportunity to make more team cycle bonuses. Next, personally sponsored coaches with Success Club points. You don't even need your coaches to hit Success Club. Obviously, if they do, it's a lot better, but just replicate what you do. Show what you do every month with your team. Show them how to hit Success Club, how to help people, how to promote challenge groups. Share everything that you do with your team so that they can replicate it. And then what will really grow your income exponentially is building team leaders. So imagine if you had a coach on your team that not only was hitting Success Club, but she or he was teaching their team how to hit Success Club and building their weak leg. That is when your income will grow an insane amount, is when you can help build actual leaders on your team. So moving into my tips, I have 7 tips for you guys. Lost transformation. With these programs, I lost 10 pounds, which for me was great. It's not that much though compared to 35 pounds, 100 pounds, but share whatever transformation you have, even if it's mental. Mine is more of a mindset transformation. So share that consistently on social media. Share your weight loss. My favorite is non-scale victories, and I honestly get the most engagement on my non-scale victory posts. One time last year, it was around this time, and I was walking around in a grocery store, and I passed the Halloween candy aisle, and it was after Halloween, so everything was on sale, and it was at that point that I was trying to get over eating whatever I wanted. And I passed the aisle, I didn't get any candy, I posted about it and it got like 100 likes. And I was like, oh my God. But it's relatable, so share your journey every step of the way. And also do call to action posts. People don't know that they can join your groups or that you even have a group to join or that they can join your team if you're not posting about it. So do call to action posts where you tell your coaches what to do. So drop your email below if you want more info, like this post, fill out this form, anything like that. Think Transformation Tuesdays, Flashback Fridays. Sundays for me are the best day because most people don't eat well throughout the weekend, and that's when they're like, oh crap, I've got to get back into the swing of things. Tip 2, stay in phase 1. For me, phase 1 is inviting people via personal messages. It's following up, it's being a product of the product, it's nothing team related. When you start to build a team, it's so exciting working with other passionate coaches. That is my favorite part of this job, is working with my team. But when your team suddenly doesn't have the same focus that you do, or they don't have the same passion that you had, and they drop off, you don't want your team to fall. You need to constantly be recruiting new people and new passionate people to join you. So keep growing and focus on the basics while learning to manage growing a team. Tip number 3 is make the time. And I say that because it's very hard to find it, especially if you're working full-time. You have to make the time in your schedule and prioritize your coaching activities. When I was working full-time, I would wake up about an hour earlier, and I would do my 30 to 40-ish minute workout with TurboFire, and then any time left, usually 15 to 20 minutes, I would plan my posts for the day. And then during my hour-long lunch break, I stayed at my computer and I did follow-ups or invites for the entire hour. And then I would finish working, and I'd like to say about an hour at the end of the day, but my fiance probably would say it's a little more. I would do more invites and more follow-ups. And so you've got to make the time and do these activities consistently to see a consistent growth in your income. Tip number 4, work on helping your challengers see a transformation and encourage them to share that. Either share their story, if they have a before and after photo, share that, share their non-scale victories, share anything. If they're too nervous to do that, ask if you can do it on their behalf. That way, you can then reach out to them and say, did you see how much engagement you got on that post? You are inspiring so many people. So many people are supporting your journey. Have you ever thought about what I do as a coach? Or would you like to learn more about what I do as a coach? I think you'd be amazing. So give them the inspiration that they could do more than just get fit. They could pay it forward. Which leads into my next one, which is lead with the opportunity. I think one reason I'm successful is because I wasn't afraid to lead with the coaching opportunity. But I do want to point out that you have to be careful with what you lead with. If you lead with income and say, you're already living a healthy lifestyle, you've already seen a great transformation, have you ever thought about becoming a coach to make an extra income? The second that they don't see an income, or that they don't earn as much as they thought that they would, they're gonna quit. So you have to be careful and lead with the opportunity to help. You're already fit and seeing a transformation. Have you ever considered paying it forward and helping others? That way, they're joining to help people, not joining for the income part. Tip number 6, work with the willing. When you start to build a team for the first time, you want to help everyone, and you want everyone to hit success and everyone to advance rank. But wait for them to prove to you that they deserve your time. You can't push a coach to achieve a goal that they haven't set for themselves or that they're not working towards. So invest the most time in your coaches that they do have successful points. They're joining your team calls. They are asking you questions. They're hosting their challenge groups and things like that. Invest in those coaches because those are the ones that will move your business forward as well. And lastly, like I said, Diamond is an awesome goal, you guys, but income-wise, you need to build leaders. Shoot for 2-star. 3-star, 5-star, 15-star if you want. Building leaders is where the exponential growth comes from. So get to Diamond as soon as you can, and then immediately afterwards, shoot for more. Shoot to build leaders and a stronger team. So in conclusion, to build a strong income, you do not need to coach full-time. That does not need to be your goal. Anyone can build a strong income in this business, but you just have to focus on yourself and your transformation, focus on always helping others, and the rest will fall into place. Thank you, guys.